Yo, what's up, guys? Man, everybody tuned in right now. Jeez. Friday afternoon by me. Sorry if my voice is still off. I still have that post-viral fatigue. I may have to mute the mic if I have a coughing attack, but all's good. Just wanted to kind of shoot the breeze, so to speak, talk about the price chart, talk about Ripple, talk about some news, talk about DLT, answer whatever questions you guys want. Keep in mind, this is just one man's opinion. Nothing is financial advice. Just wanted to have a little fun this Friday afternoon and talk with everybody. So, oh, thank you, Life. No need the tip at all, guys. I just kind of want to shoot the breeze, so to speak. So appreciate it. And Life, you should be a mod by now. So I'm going to add you as a moderator. Thank you. Man, we have a lot of people here already. Wow. Alright, cool. Well, overall, guys, just looking at the chart, keep in mind, this is just one little look. This is for fun to kind of speculate as we await. Of course, me, alongside with probably everybody in the community, has much higher targets in mind on a weekly basis, on a monthly basis, specifically because Flare's going live. I'm excited, and I was just kind of playing with a few things. And of course, just looking at like fractals like this move, we have XRP on the left, and ADA, Cardano on the right. Now, Cardano, since that big peak that it had during that correction after the little DeFi bubble, of course, we remember, we came down, so I'm just kind of using that as the top and comparing it. And ideally, it's relatively similar. And, it would be amazing if XRP was in this region, such as this, and we did have some upside. Of course, we can kind of look at the RSI and see how everything acted. And now keep in mind, first off, ADA was in another level. It was, pennies on the dollar last year, so it does not mean that XRP goes right to $11. But of course, a lot of people do have potentially double-digit targets in mind during this bullish cycle. Question is, does this bullish cycle last 3 months, or does it last 2 years? That is what everyone's awaiting. We're watching ETH, we're watching BTC, etc. Love you too, Life. Appreciate it, man. Definitely have to catch up soon. But all in all, we can look at the fibs, we can look at the retracement levels and the impulses and extensions and kind of gauge it. I just want you guys to know that Cardano was a top performer for a reason. So overall, just imagine if these were kind of the 3 peaks before getting up. Of course, we do have these cups. That would be beautiful. We'll do the same thing, kind of, play around and look at VeChain and some other assets that potentially may be ahead. And if Cardano keeps going to $3 or even $5, I know $5 is at least the only fib target that I can see before it creates the next all-time high, that would be insane. I want Cardano to do well. I want all these assets to do well, because we are in the bull run. So if one does well, it's just making me more bullish on the other. So let's actually just throw some fibs and just kind of see how the retracement levels have acted. Just swing high, swing low, and we'll kind of pull it to the side. And of course, still kind of en route to that 4.236. A lot of assets have done this. This is about $2.70, almost $3. So approaching that all-time high in this bull run. Not surprised one bit. Of course, not financial advice. Yes, I do fully expect that we approach all-time high in a relatively quick manner. I'm so sick of waiting, just like you guys. But yeah, I absolutely see that occurring, and we'll kind of see how ADA did. Now, keep in mind, ADA was, different market cap, different things going on. It's absolutely blasted through, I think, even through the 4.236. So I'm going to show you this. So swing high, we're going to swing low right there. And so high, low, came through and blasted right through. Now, of course, Blockchain Backer shows this, and I absolutely love it. I fell in love with it when I saw him show this, and I think it was around a year ago, and I know he still does it, which is super helpful, but she's using the 236 as the top, okay? Excuse me. So 236 on the top, look at this. Swing high, swing low, blasted through, and now we kind of got that impulse level. And the craziest thing is this, guys, and this is why fibs do not lie on the higher time frames, and why this makes me bullish for XRP is this. Look. Wick, right at the 4.236, $1.50 per ADA. What happened? Hit it, rejected, and kind of, it's really kind of creating that point. So the next time when it goes through, is it going to blast past? And, I watch a lot of analysts. I take what I like, discard what I don't, and I'm always just exploring and essentially wondering, what do they know that I don't? And that's just the best way that I've been learning in this market. So I would absolutely love for ADA to keep running. Hypothetically, I know there's concerns with people saying, oh, there's, not live products, blah, 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 blah. But all in all, I'm wishing these assets well. So hypothetically, I know that we've, talked about XRP, of course, getting to that $2 to $3 range. But if we did, in fact, put that 236 impulse, the retracement level on the very top, we kind of gauged where that would be. That's $10 per XRP. And of course, I know Blockchain Backer, one of the best TA analysts in this community, has shown time and time again so many arguments for these levels. And I love the fibs. I like using some other ones as well, believe it or not. So just some other levels that I like to add, like negative ones, just for some impulse and rejection levels that I've seen and watched people over the years. But all in all, what we can agree on is XRP at $1.50, $1.60 is still undervalued. So we can pull up some other assets if you guys like. We can answer some questions. I'll get to the chat. Oh, Rug, I'll get you a wrench, man. 1 second. The chat's moving really fast, so I'm trying to see. All right, let's see. Where are you? Add moderator. All right. So let me go through the chat, guys. I'll probably talk about some news as always. I'm sure you guys were on the call this morning. Yawn, super boring stuff, but it's just another day waiting. So let's see what the chat has, and I'm gonna sip some coffee. Got some cold brew right here. Wait, Life, are you not a mod yet? Okay, cool. What's up, guys? See everybody's name. Wow. Mondo, Drew, Gabrielle, Stan. All right, what do we got? What do we got? Any questions? Can you guys hear me okay? Hopefully you guys can hear me. I would be so disappointed if I just ranted for a few minutes and nobody heard me. Can you give me a thumbs up in the chat if you heard me? Because I know I was quiet for a few seconds. XRP gonna have pedal the metal. I swear some of you guys were moderators. I'm trying to make you guys mods again. Sorry about that. Matt, what's up? Any news in the lawsuit? So GT3RS, same stuff. You know, I was kind of listening in and kind of just expecting it's dragging out as always. My personal bias, and keep in mind this is bias because, you know, I hold XRP, I research it a lot, is that when the price moves, of course, it's going to align with some narrative of, you know, good news with settlement or overall. And I can be wrong, but keep in mind, if XRP was a dud, they could have finished it years ago. Why on earth have they been meeting with the SEC regularly for a few years at this point? You can see the public calendars. You've heard David Schwartz, his thoughts on the matter. All in all, I think this is a good thing. And just like I think Jeremy Hogan said a while back, you want to get beat up by the bully first. So the SEC's being the bully. The sooner we can get through this, the sooner we get clarity. There's not going to be a glass ceiling anymore. So I cannot wait to get through that. It is always darkest before the dawn. Okay? And it is kind of eerie, isn't it? That, yet again, just looking overall, we know that, let's see, we'll go back here. You know, around here, we had some good news. Then all of a sudden, the SEC came in, news crashed, boom, came all down here. Then XRP started getting delisted from these exchanges. And then funny enough, we do a massive multi-100% return in this time period where most US retail investors could not even buy back and got affected and ruined by the SEC news, destroying the market cap. So I stand for a lot of things that John Deaton is fighting for, and, you know, every other great attorney that's providing their insight. And yes, it's absolutely frustrating. But I just hope that, you know, everybody does what's best for them. They take profit when it's best for them. You know, I don't mind if someone sells a bag early. It's not going to hurt my feelings. You guys have to do what's best for you. Because I've seen people, I don't like the comments, you know, like have fun staying poor. It's like, no, everybody's in a different situation. Do what's best for you. Pay off debts. Live stress-free. It's not about the money. It's about living life on your own terms. Cole, thanks, man. Appreciate it. Hopefully you guys can hear me well. Ryan, what's up? Hades Ace, what's up? Oh man, your name. I'm not even gonna say that. Proppy's recent boom. So it's, you know, it's pretty illiquid. Like, let's actually pull that up. Let me pull up Proppy really quick. It's an asset that's like on my radar, of course, but it's pretty illiquid. Okay, so let's pull up. No, it's on my watch list actually. I know there's a live call and I missed it the other day, but keep in mind, so there's only $8 million in 24-hour volume. It doesn't take much in those order books to kind of send it and shoot it. And I believe this is an ERC20, right? Yeah. Okay. It doesn't take much. So yes, it's volatile. Question is, if you made a bunch of money, are you able to sell at that? Is there enough liquidity without tanking the price? So I'll have to keep an eye on this. I'm hoping that there's some good news in the future and overall developments, but you know, still limited exchanges. I want way more volume. And all it takes is a single exchange listing from, you know, KuCoin or Binance, and we are good to go. So overall, I was impressed and I wish it well. I like a lot of things that Michael Arrington invests in personally, so I can I can absolutely respect what they're doing in the real estate game. I've talked about it a little bit on Patreon as well. So all in all, yeah, Proppy, pretty interesting. We can pull it up actually over here. I think I have it on this watch list. And hopefully you guys don't mind. I use primarily like the 9 and the 21 EMA, but if that's annoying, we can always remove it so you can see, but I like to see the motions. But I mean, just look at these crazy wicks, even the candle body overall. It's just a highly illiquid asset, and that's the sign of any asset that's, you know, brand new. Even just looking at this. Like, I know this is so sloppy, actually. Maybe I should go to a weekly or something. Let me go to, like, a 3-day so I can kind of not make it as choppy. But all in all, I mean, see how even Proppy's pushing off these EMAs, shooting up, even around here, kind of blasting up. Same idea is I would love for XRP to finally not reject this level, but break through once and for all. Let's get above and stay above $2. It would make sense, especially with 𝘓𝘪 going live, because the mint, you know, XRP and get FXRP. I'm assuming, you know, 𝘓𝘪 has a good chunk of XRP as well, in all these other organizations. So we're talking, you know, millions or even billions of XRP that could be locked up in order to mint FXRP on 𝘓𝘪 networks. And then, of course, you can consider XLM, Doge, Gala, all these other assets, and it gets really exciting very, very quickly. Let's see if there's any questions. Let me get a sip of coffee. Hey, Spiro, what's up, man? I gotta make sure you're a mod. I gotta go check out your channel. You are massive. Massive. I hope you're doing well, my friend. I still watch your videos from time to time. Just life gets so busy during the bull run. I'll sleep after the bull run. Alright. Yeah, guys, Spiro, this gentleman, I don't know how to say his last name, asking about XLM. Very, very smart guy. Highly recommend checking out his channel. Very smart guy. See if there's any questions. Just kind of reading through, guys. Let's see, Christian, any thoughts on HBAR? I love it, I hold it. Of course, it is, in fact, a DAG, huge institutional interest. I agree with a lot of the bulls in this market long term. Does it, you know, do we kind of finish up some waves? I watched Credible Crypto's recent video, you know, showing targets of $2 plus, $5 plus possible. Absolutely. I'm just focused long term. I guess my view is a little more boring to most people because I'm considering, you know, the token distribution. I'm considering, since Digital Currency Group backs HBAR, well, they're a parent company of Coinbase and Kraken. Funny enough, HBAR's on Binance US, but it's not on. I don't think it's on Kraken yet. Maybe it is. I'll have to go check. But it's definitely not on Coinbase yet. And I think it might be on Uphold now too, or soon, which is going to be really cool. I saw Credible Crypto sharing that. But all in all, those are the things I question. So when I see like HBAR, and you know, let's see. So notice it is a DAG, even it has the tag. It's just kind of strange for me. I think that it will be on Coinbase eventually. That's kind of how the game's played. So my idea, not to make anybody FOMO, is, you know, when it goes to Coinbase, just like ADA, I think these assets are going to pump a lot more, and then they get the Coinbase listing. And then what happens? They retrace a little bit, you know, whatever. Maybe these institutions take profit in order to accumulate more. Who knows? This is full speculation on my end. But all in all, yeah, I'm bullish on Hedera. I think it could be some of the greatest technology in the world. However, I still don't think it's a threat to other assets. I think there's enough friction, enough infrastructure that's being built, even with big data in the world being the oil now. And I shared in yesterday's video, essentially 90% of all data, I'm talking identity, transactions, everything that's ever been created, 90% of all data has been created in the last few years alone, which means we're exponentially growing. And yes, I know some of us, we see crypto as invisible internet money to invest in and gamble with, but in reality, the technologies that survive, like HBAR, XRP, like these ledgers, or, you know, hashgraph technology in this case, there's no in between. You either, you know, fail or you make a dent in the universe and completely disrupt and enable a new internet, a new Cambrian explosion. So I'm excited, all in all, and here's some of the assets on my watch list at least. Some, you know, part of long-term holds, of course. Others I just like to watch and, you know, trade potentially. Just gonna scroll through this. Waves has just been a killer. Quant still 500 million market cap. AGI is just a beast. XTC doing a little bit of a retrace. But yeah, just kind of looking at those. All right. Okay, so let me see if there's any questions. Flare partners with Delchain, who was also partnered with USTD, should be aware. So, Alan Keeling, so I still have to read through that article. I actually have that tab pulled up. I have like 30 tabs above. I don't even know how my computer handles it still at this point. XRP Baron, thoughts on CSE coin? I do not hold it. I wish it well. I just don't know enough about it. Same thing with PAC Global. You know, I'm one man. I can't research every single asset, but I wish them well. I just don't know enough about them. In the assets that I'm in, at least I'm very comfortable with. So there's gonna be more than one winner, of course. Thoughts on HBAR? Love it. XRP is the quantum god particle. Let's see. When we sell at any amount, should we sell it for fiat currency or other tokens? Thanks. From J.A. Johnson. That's going to depend on you. It depends, where you're at and your type of capital gains, short-term and long-term. It's just hard to say for anybody. And I don't want to give financial advice. I mean, you could, some people might try to sell into USDC or something and stake it for passive income and then end of year ensure they save enough to pay off for taxes. Other people want to just keep going and compounding their interest. Some people want to take profit and get their initial investment out and kind of just trade it or even invest with house money. I think that's the smartest thing, is to get to that point, break even, and then you're a lot less emotional when you're, looking and playing at the, with the market. Constellation looks like a great use case. Oh yeah, Tony, absolutely. That, HBAR, all of them. I'm really impressed with Constellation because they're legitimately in active talks with like the Fed, with the DoD in the United States. So I'm wishing them well. It is pretty hush-hush, and I do expect in the future, not financial advice, Binance listings and some bigger exchanges to list them in the future. They're part of the Mobi movement with Ripple, Quant, a lot of the big players, GM, Ford, Honda, etc. Is watching the charts effective if most of the time XRP follows BTC? So, I mean, I look at the XRP BTC chart, I look at Bitcoin, I look at everything, and I try to. I think we're all just kind of dancing through, and the thing is, we're all speculating in a speculative market, but, playing on the 30-minute time frame, yeah, that's more so guessing, but when you're looking at, like, the weekly and monthly time frames, it really, really paints perspective. So, let's just look at a few things. Let's just do the monthly. I know nobody likes to look at this type of stuff, but all in all, we're seeing assets that are forming this massive cup. They're finally breaking through, doing a golden cross, and shooting up. And see how that RSI is right there? Well, let's see how some other assets have performed. I know I've gone through like Ethereum. I don't want to bore you with that too much. I like Ethereum. I hold it, but I'm looking for like maximum returns in this bull run. So let's pull up ETH really quick. And I mean, ideally, you can see how its RSI just went next level on the monthly. No brainer. Obviously, when it goes up like that, it came and checked the moving averages. I love the 9 EMA on the larger time frames. I know the 21's most popular, but I'm a fan of using it on the weekly as well. Completely breaking out, creating that new all-time high. I know I've shown in the past overall the extensions, and same thing. I mean, same thing with the applies with like a lot of these assets that are similar, forming this massive cup, double bottom, and it's showing its game time. Bitcoin is at what, $57,000. It's not too good to be true to me when an asset already has a market capitalization of over 1 trillion. I know it sounds absurd, but overall, I think a lot of these assets that are well below the retracement level have upside. They really do. So let's pull up. We'll do something, conservative. But same thing with like Monero, kind of checking and potentially creating this new all-time high. RSI popped. I would expect that XRP on a weekly basis going forward, long-term, guys. I'm not worried about these little pullbacks and volatility. As you know, if you had that myopic short-term view, you would have been shook out when we were at 20 cents or even like 17 cents. I know it's scary, but if you just held for a little period of time, I'm talking just a few months, few weeks, few days, you're in a completely different landscape, potentially even 10x up. So powerful stuff. Volume is low. Yeah, I mean, with the XRP BTC chart, guys, I'm bullish. I look at both assets, and you can look XRP BTC right here, Bitstamp. We're forming up. We haven't even had a golden cross at this level, and in the bull run, there's other assets that are coming up to these previous levels of resistance. Okay, now what does that mean? Well, does Bitcoin keep going to 70K? sure, I hope so. I have nothing against BTC, but ideally we're talking about another 100%, another 250% increase, which is arguably a 3.5x because this is only percent. I get confident. I get really confident. So I'm not trading leverage. I don't advocate that. You know, slow and steady wins the race in this game. A sip of coffee. I'm going to read some more questions. Wait. UG. Oh my gosh. Gary Gensler just stepped down. What? All right, let's see. Susie White. I had XRP on Coinbase December 12th. Will I automatically get the Spark token if I didn't do a snapshot? What I understand, Coinbase took the snapshot for you. So, yep. So, Susie, so I did have a little XRP on Coinbase, I think in the XRP vault as well. From what I know, I think we're just awaiting instructions from them. I also had some on Uphold. I had some on BitTrue. I had some on Binance US. Binance US, I did have to fill out a form and just give them my Ethereum address for now. But other than that, everything's simple. I think we're just awaiting more information. So as Flare goes live, per their announcement, they said plus or minus, 2 weeks in the month of June. Could be sooner, could be later. So we're just going to await and see what happens. So I'm excited for that as well. I know we only get, like 15% of our tokens initially, and they're doing a slow and staggered approach, but keep in mind, this is so nobody, dumps everything on the market. They're trying to build a sustainable ecosystem. So if Flare succeeds, oh baby, you're getting a 1-for-1 ratio. That could be very, very powerful. That's just like another nest egg in another case for XRP. What is the outcome of the trial? My speculation for the trial, I don't know how to say your name, sir. Sajad or Sajad. I'll have to look that up. But overall, my opinion for the trial is this, and it's just an opinion. I would highly recommend listening to actual attorneys that can specialize in this. They know the jargon and can, actually comment on the matter. I know, Jesse Turner, John Deaton, Jeremy Hogan, a few others, anybody I'm missing. But all in all, my bet is this, and it's just my opinion. I think that Ripple, the company, may pay some fines just like every other organization, every other crypto company has done. They get a slap on the wrist. They say, hey, in 2015 or these years, yes, you were doing this in an uncompliant manner, so to speak. Just like Ethereum, just like Kin, just like a lot of assets, and then they proceed to pump up 2,000%. Tesla was sued. Amazon was sued by the SEC. It's kind of just, it's kind of part of the course. You want to get your battle scar and just keep moving forward. So all in all, there's already too many products. There's too much utility over the XRP ledger that they can say early on, yes, but going forward, it's not. We already have every other country in the world, essentially. Switzerland, Singapore, UK, Japan, all saying XRP is not a security. The Financial Conduct Authority in the UK, and London is a financial capital of the world. Singapore is up and coming and essentially going to be a crypto capital of the world, already is. Same thing with Japan. So much more forward thinking. And the US really has to step up. So I don't know if this is just a massive political play. I don't want to get conspiratorial, but I am confident in XRP, and I think that they're going to court right now for good reason. I think there's a reason for all of this. And that's just my opinion. Walter, Vet, VeChain, yeah, I hold some. I wish I had more, but yeah, it has been just one of the best performers in the past 12 months in the entire crypto market. Spiro, what happens to XRP after the bull run? Lawsuit, IPO, utility, many possibilities, uncharted territory. Thanks for the wrench. Absolutely, man. So my thought is this. I know people bounce ideas because obviously you always hear, the XRP ledger would exist with or without Ripple. If they disappeared today, it wouldn't matter, hypothetically, so to speak. But ODL is still the flagship product. So I think in early days, we really do rely on ODL being successful, having good volume over the network, and hopefully bridging much more than just these low value illiquid corridors in the future. So, could they IPO? Yeah, I'd assume so. We know Coinbase did. Now we're going to be watching Circle and a few other organizations, Kraken, now, even other exchanges. So anything's possible. I don't know. I'm sure we all just drive ourselves crazy and just speculate, but just got to cross that bridge when we get to it. All right, let's see if there's any questions. Wait, louder. Adam, louder. Am I talking okay, or is it too quiet, this video? Is my volume okay, guys? If you can give me a thumbs up if the volume's okay. Just want to make sure you can hear me. I don't know how to, let's see. I wish I could. Yeah, there's no way I can turn up the volume. I'm on OBS right now. I don't want to touch the gain on my mic or anything like that. Yeah, it might be low on some people's phone or PC. Apologies for that. Let's see. Oh, thank you for the super chat. I just saw that right now, so let's see. So Bandito 422. Just wanted to say thank you for all you do. Also, we are glad you're feeling better. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Yeah, just a little tired and, you know, still congested, so I might have to pause the mic to cough every once in a while, but I appreciate it. So thank you very much. Going through any questions. And I'll probably rant about some other stuff. Yeah, Gino, Algo, yep. DAG is on KuCoin, correct. Quant is hard to hold. Doesn't seem to be part of the algorithm. Yeah, Shannon, Quant is different. That Quant QNT BTC chart seems like it's coiling up. Question is, do we, you know, pop to that 67 or even, you know, double digit or triple digit price level? Or do we kind of check in that to the channel, like check down on the channel one more time? I was kind of bouncing between that idea and watching that RSI big time. I think a question about wand swap. I haven't used it or anything. Luke Brock, not even like 3x leverage. I mean, if you want, I'm not going to be trading leverage. I've, you know, had my fun. I've made money, lost money, and it gets a little dangerous because you get greedy, and I've made my fair share of mistakes with that. So I just do slow and steady swing trades, and I'm much more comfortable with that because it starts off slow and then it starts compounding, and you're more money than you could ever dream. Yeah, exactly. Silence is golden. Gala's looking to become a flare asset. That will be exciting. I still hold some Gala. I know it's been kind of boring for the past few months, at least in price performance, but overall, I mean, it's been a great performer long term. Some of the messages have been deleted by their author, so it's hard for me to know what questions. Let's see. And also, guys, just to like paint some perspective, remember, DBS Group out of Singapore, this gentleman, Piyush Gupta, he was the CEO, or maybe he still is currently. This is back in 2019 when he spoke at Ripple's annual event at Swell. And then we have, you know, all that news as well with Matthew LNY sharing JP Morgan, DBS out of Singapore. Now they have that crypto trading platform. Coincidence? Nope. And then Temasek formed this new blockchain firm to improve cross-border payments. So, of course, they did work on Project 𝘓𝘓. I'm sure you guys are familiar with all those names: 𝘓𝘓, Jasper, Lion Rock, Intanon. I'll have to go check because I don't remember each one from memory, but it has to do with DLT. Some Accenture's involved, which is an early Ripple investor. You know, he's speculating it might run on R3's Corda blockchain. Very, very possible. Yep, Onyx with the, you know, JP Morgan in the top left. So CBDC's boring. Development is happening. The Monetary Authority of Singapore is one of those groups that has already essentially given clarity to XRP. This makes me so confident. Why? Because in the APAC region, Asia Pacific region, XRP is getting adoption each and every day. Okay? Yep, right here, even Bank XRP. Look at this. DBS Bank mentions Ripple is the cheapest option. All in all, like right there. Yep, and I remember they had that, and then they actually removed it from the site. So this was back in 2019. Isn't that crazy? Like, why do they want to remove it? Why do they go through the trouble? It just doesn't make sense to me, so to speak. Sorry guys, my volume, there's nothing I can do to turn it up, at least with this microphone right now. I have my microphone on blast, so I'll try to look into something that I can do on OBS next time. See if there's any questions. Seems like people are upset that my mic is a little low. Yikes. Thoughts on XTC? Hold it. I wish it well. If it gets liquidity, it's going to be a winner in the trade finance space, so I wish it well. We're still early, but yeah, volatility is expected. So it has done very well, though. Let's see. Free. Let's see. Hi, Kevin. What would be better? 10,000 in XRP or 10,000 in Ripple? Are you asking about the IPO, like the actual, you know, like equity? All in all, I'm biased. I think I'll still have a better return in this digital asset than the stock, so I'm not really personally interested in that. Yep. Thanks, Spiro. Appreciate it, man. Thoughts on, Alliance Block, ALBT. So, Don, great question. So, full credit goes to King Solomon for bringing that gem to my attention. Very, very interesting. alliance block. It does move in tandem with assets like Ramp. It has partnership with the London Stock Exchange. It has partnership with Quant, no surprise. I watch it a lot. It's just the thing that bothers me about this guy is he's not on any like main exchanges. You really have to kind of go through Uniswap and all those things. So it's a little frustrating. But this is an asset that if the bull run continues, yeah, I think it's been coiling up. It's ready to get that next leg up. And targets for me, this is not financial advice, guys. Nothing's guaranteed because look, that volume is still low. That's something I'm not happy with. But that's also a reason why it could push price up. We'll click market, Uniswap. I mean, primarily one of the main ways to get it. All it takes is a single Binance listing, and this guy will move. Targets for me at least for fibs, and you can throw some fibs and look at the extensions and read the RSI. I could see a couple bucks. I could see, $2.40, $1.50, maybe $3 plus. And the success case is even higher, but it's an interesting asset if you guys want to check out the website. And as my PC loads, but they're doing something very interesting. Notice, building the world's first globally compliant decentralized capital market. Now, King Solomon got in this bad boy way before me, super early. You can read about the token economics, watch the video, and kind of see some of their partners. And I am impressed, of course. Orion, if I'm saying that right, I know I probably butchered that. You got all these players. You can recognize them, I'm sure. Money 2020 in Europe, Covalent, API 3, Dia, another Oracle as well. Binance Smart Chain, no surprise. Even Energy Web, which is partnered with the XRP Ledger Foundation. Ocean, we got Ramp as well. Injective, I know they've been going on a little partnership spree a lot lately. Plasma and Frontier. So, something to look at least. You don't always have to be making moves to make money in the bull run. I think sometimes just waiting is hindsight. It's boring, but it can make us the most money if you just set targets and sit on your hands. Oh, I am making you a moderator, Mike. Thank you, sir. Appreciate that. All right, let's see. Do you expect a better dip to buy XRP? Is it only up from here? Roar, that's the $1 million question for me too. I've tried guessing the short-term moves. I've been wrong before, but what I can see is for sure, at least in my opinion, I believe in the long-term price appreciation for XRP. We can go to the 4-hour and kind of look at everything and see the retracement levels. And one thing you'll notice is this. So I'm gonna throw some fibs in the 4-hour and play with it. Oh, let me remove all this. So we'll use this as the swing high. Wick, came up, hit the 702 to perfection. Like, isn't that crazy? I didn't even see that before. So just again, what am I saying? 702 is literally just dead set between the 786 and 618, and all they are extensions that build off each other. I even have like a negative one down here. I do that for sometimes they reject and come back down. It's not going to do that for XRP. I don't think. I'm just kind of showing you that you could apply that on like 30-minute time frames, and look at these higher impulse levels. So all in all, I like what I'm seeing here. I'd like this to form this cup, kind of create a nice handle and shoot up. But there are, it's hard to say because like when we're in that downtrend, of course, fear is at an all-time high. We're like, oh man, like we wicked down to 87 cents. I was like, oh man, are we going to kind of close a 4-hour or 1-hour candle on the 80 or 75 cent level? Because fear is at an all-time high, and then we broke out of it, kind of retested this level. Frankly, I don't know. It's too unpredictable right now with the SEC allegations. So I'm not trading my XRP. You could set, lower limit buys to try to snag some if they do any types of back tests or flash crashes. But all in all, I just want this puppy to get past $2 plus. It is so due. And I like that we rejected these levels nicely right here. Just kind of showing some strong support. So we will see. Do you think XRP will pull back to $1? That would be up to Bitcoin, really. Is it possible? Absolutely. It's just overall, let's see. So May's coming up. I'm personally getting pretty bullish, and I could be wrong, but I'm getting pretty bullish for this asset. I think it's almost game time. Looking at the RSI, I want it to kind of turn up a little bit. I am getting bullish though. The longer we're here, even up to like a 1618 extension. We have to get past $2 plus. So we'll see if we face it one more time. Do we reject it once, again? Or are we finally going to break through? I'm betting we break through. Just per the monthly chart, we have other assets that, have already closed and are like up at this level. So I'm kind of just waiting for XRP to catch up in this algorithm. What do you think about Raven coin? So Tarak, if I'm saying your name right, I used to own some Raven. Of course, I sold it and then it just skyrocketed. So I don't really know enough about it from memory right now to have a good, valuable opinion on it. Let's see where I'm at. Oops. Oh, Vic, thank you so much. I cannot believe $49, man. Thank you. Vic, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. How can I buy Alliance? So yeah, so showed you Alliance. You can go to CoinMarketCap, type in Alliance block, and you can at least, you know, see some of the pairings. So you can go to Uniswap version 2 and buy it with wrapped ETH, or you can try to snag some with some Tether. Just make sure that you know, have the right contract address. You know, go from this contract address and then go to like CoinGecko. Just confirm it's the same. You know, be wary of scams out there. Jason, talk about Constellation. I feel like I covered it a little bit yesterday. All in all, I'd highly recommend watching some of their videos, hearing about LTX and their lattice exchange, reducing Ethereum gas fees by like 70-80%. They don't even like toot their own horns. They don't care about hype on Twitter. They're straight up building, and that is what I look in an asset. That's why I like API 3 as well. Because they're just building. They don't care about the hype. They want to do. Thoughts on the new Quant partnerships? So Alex, I really have to kind of read more about it. Of course, you know, Quant with 𝘬𝘰𝘰𝘭𝘴, all these connections should be no surprise. I think I even have something pulled up. Let me look for it. Let's see, XRP Crypto Wolf. Yeah, right here. So 𝘓𝘪_88, great Q&T researcher. And all in all, of course, 𝘬𝘰𝘰 is huge. We've heard the CEO, they're based out of Italy. He already said, we're working with the big blockchain players such as Ripple and R3. And of course, Quant, guys, and Overledger and Gilbert, like he literally made a new ISO standard. So all in all, you know, Q&T is definitely one of my long-term holds. Just kind of set and forget and wait. But yeah, 𝘬𝘰𝘰 is massive. We're talking probably at this point well over 600 banks. The last time I checked, it was, you know, 500 plus. Very interesting. Remember, Target 2 and the Target 2 security system is part of Task Group. And let me actually just pull that up for any newcomers. Remember, Task Group and Ripple, this is why I'm bullish. So T2S, this is throughout the entire European Union, okay? Now check this out. Just so you guys know, and you can do this yourselves if you want to find it. You can type in Task Group and Ripple, okay? And then we're going to go right there. Click that first one. This is an old document. I know some people will be annoyed that I'm showing this old type of stuff, but we can see 2015 real-time cross-border fund settlement and showing, obviously, the benefit for Ripple, the protocol, and of course, the digital asset XRP. And we can see right here, the heart, or from the very start, the heart of Target 2 and T2S Target 2 securities, real-time gross settlement. And then even going through these countries that they show. Let's see, Singapore said XRP is not a security. Sweden, Switzerland, they have all kinds of friendly jurisdiction or regulation, I should say. It's just very funny that, you know, this Ripple protocol was introduced. Then we have the former CEO of the DTCC becoming literally the head or the chairman for the Global Payment Steering Group, which is RippleNet. UK's mentioned. Mexico with Bitso, of course, focusing on the liquid corridors there in the Mexican peso. To me, you know, it sure is pretty interesting. There's a lot of coincidences, guys. So, you know, my mindset, whether, you know, XRP moons and it's just, you know, set at some crazy high price, awesome. But I'm just going to keep my expectations to be on the conservative side, and I'm going to hold XRP a good portion for life. So a win-win out of either situation. So Alex Zioli, don't you think this case should be thrown out and Congress just needs to pass legislation on this brand new asset class? Yes, and thank you for the 5 spot. I would love nothing more. But it is just a waiting game. Yes, it's frustrating, but I'd assume that this lawsuit did scare the average retail investor. And that's why, like I always say, you know, sharpen your sword, level up your knowledge while you're waiting. You know, look at the price, understand the trends, and wait. If you focus on the small stuff, you're going to get caught up, you're going to panic sell, you're going to, you know, take profit too soon, anything in between. So when you look at some of these big connections, you look at the success case for Ripple and XRP and the XRP ledger, because there's so much more functionality than we think, than just the typical asset. It helps me sleep at night. So whether XRP was at 20 cents or it's, you know, $1.50, I couldn't care less. I know what I hold, and the success case is, you know, orders of magnitude higher than, you know, single digits. Inverse Batman Head and Shoulders. Coinbase just activated ETH staking today, 6%. Oh yeah, nice, Alchemist. So for yeah, the proof of stake migration, I thought they were offering a higher percentage initially on some other platforms, but you know, Coinbase. Not to slander them or whatever. Thanks, Roar. Appreciate it, man. Really do. Make you a mod. What about Anchor? So Dominic, I don't know enough about Anchor. I was looking at the price actually, and I've looked at the chart, but I guess I just don't have enough info to have a valuable opinion on that guy. I think I have him over here. Yeah. Hey, look at that. I must have drawn this a while ago. So I use the 2 through 6 at the top, swing high, swing low, and you know, again, because if price has never been there, just kind of trying to gauge the next target, sitting right on the 2, bouncing there, en route to maybe that 26-cent target in due time. And then, of course, you know, to gauge, because we are in a bull run, I do like this big cup that's kind of forming, and we've seen other assets kind of keep climbing. If we compared that ADA fractal at the beginning of this video, we could also, and I don't know enough about the tokenomics for this guy. Keep in mind, he's gone from, I mean, he was well under a penny, guys, well under a penny at the beginning, like, of March 2020. So it's kind of hard to gauge, but you can go on the daily, you can go to the weekly and kind of see how the retracement levels suit up around this area. And keep in mind, typically with the Fibonacci, for anybody familiar, one of the most common retracements, just overall just common retracements, is about the 382. So when we hit here and you reject this level, chances are, it's, you know, high probability is that we kind of get up to that 382 level, and then it's game time. Do we keep pushing and consolidate, or are we going to reject and come down to those lower levels? So that's a common retracement level. Even showing that for fun, the 4.236 would show 60 cents. So very possible. When I look at, you know, charts and everything though, and I'm giving price targets and confluences, it's a lot more than just you know, throwing some trends and doing this. I'm also looking at the roadmap, the GitHub, to see their code base, if they're actively updating. I'll go to their Twitter if they have a Twitter. Are they active? I'll turn on post notifications to make sure I get notified every time they post. So I do that with, of course, you know, Ripple and everything in between, and, you know, Filecoin and every other asset, because I want to pay attention to what's happening in the space, because it is fast moving. It really is. It's a lot more exciting than the stock market. Cornelius, XRP rough price prediction for end of year. Thanks. Couldn't tell you, man. I would love nothing more than double digits plus. Would love nothing more than that. I think all-time high is pretty obvious at this point. Well, you know, well past $3 to $5. But if this bull run, like if this bull cycle doesn't last just a few months and it's actually like a 2-year cycle, and ETH goes, you know, 10K plus and BTC keeps going, awesome. But I'm just like 𝘱𝘰𝘰𝘭𝘆 says, and I saw a lot of people post this recently. Again, I know I say it in a lot of videos, but what is it? Prepare for the worst. And, you know, or overall, what is it? The 𝘱𝘰𝘰𝘭𝘆 quote, the silly, corny cliche that I always say. What was it? Hope for the best, prepare for the worst, and capitalize on what's to come, something like that. All right. FinTech Millionaire, what's up, man? We are live. Fibonacci super real. Yeah, Fibonacci is one of the most viable things in the game, for me at least, just because it exists in everything. Oh, Dia's really moving too, nice. Let's see, out of these guys, who's climbing the most and who's down the most. Matic doing a little retrace, big deal. Crappie up 100%. It was up like 150% earlier. But it's just a liquid. It's all over the place. It really is. Let's see, Tel's finally getting that next leg up. About time. Man, I love seeing XRP up, but ideally, I just want to get over that $2 price point. Another thing is, like, even like Bitcoin Cash, and I'm not like saying buy Bitcoin Cash because it's not my style, it's not my type of asset, but notice that we even have this giant cup forming, we have the golden cross occurring, and then look, it's kind of the same point. Notice the RSI right there, just about to pierce the purple. These are some prices that I have set just per some confluences in Fibonacci. But ideally, you know, approaching these levels, kind of just playing the game of resistance. And this is the bull run, so we'll be watching this. Just a few other assets. And notice the stock RSI just runs sideways, so just like AVAX, just like a lot of assets. When they're doing that, it makes me very confident for the future for a lot of these assets. Okay? Same thing with like Dash and EOS and all these other guys you see. And I just drew fibs instead of the wick, just on the candle body. And same thing. Made it to the 236, and now we're in route. and others have made it to the 702, like so Dash. Could it get to $700? I'd think so. I'm willing to wait. I'm willing to wait weeks, months, whatever, for these types of returns. If I wanted 20% returns in a year, I'll go back to an index fund in the stock market. I am not going to complain about multi-100% moves in a month. Let's see. Hey, King Solomon's in the house. What's up, Tony? Tristan? But yeah, anyways, I don't know when you guys tuned in, but King Solomon, we definitely have to catch up, man, and have a little screen share. But all in all, XRP BTC, just looking at a lot of assets that are kind of following suit. We could use Ethereum, but really just looking at how they're performing well under the fibs, and I'm just drawing them on the candle body closure instead, okay? And of course, we'll just throw ETH again. You can do other assets, like notice that like HBAR has a different type of fractal and chart, kind of like QNT. It's in a league of its own. Same thing with like Theta and Luna. I'm doing a lot of things with this. So we have the golden cross forming. Another asset, let me just show you this one as an example. Actually, I'll stick back and keep it simple. I don't want to be all over the place. Okay, so notice the RSI is right here. ETH is already starting to run. It's well above, and of course ETH, Bitcoin, to kind of guide the market. No, obviously no brainer because it's in a league of its own. It has all the projects on it. Ideally, I don't hold any Dash. I'm trading other assets, but I would still just assume that we can kind of get to these levels well beyond that. ETH's already en route, just like in my previous video I showed a couple days ago with XRP, kind of the same type of scenario. Yep, I think if the bull run continues, if ETH comes up to here, why not? Why can't Dash? Why can't these other assets make it up to this region? Easy, 100% returns here and there, and just keep compounding those returns. So, yep, that's what I'd be looking at. Yeah, so he's already bounced. Fetch. Energy Web is it doesn't have a whole bunch of historical data, but all in all, I've seen other fractals that look like this guy. I know it's gonna sound maybe conservative to you guys, but I still think this guy goes to like $40 plus in this bullish cycle. He's been slow. He's been relaxing. We'll go back to the daily. Let's see if there's any questions. Get a sip of coffee. Much love from El Salvador. Welcome. My great grandchildren will come and meet some of my XRP holding. Hey, King Solomon, we were talking about Alliance Block. I don't know if you're still here, but I was shouting you out for showing me that. Let's see. Where do you buy all these different coins? So overall, just looking for cryptos. If you have an asset and you don't know where it is, just go to CoinMarketCap. Click on it. You want some Doge. I do not want some Doge, by the way, but if you go here, click market, we can kind of scroll down, see all the exchanges, and you see the pairing. So you can buy Doge with Tether, USDT. You can buy it with Bitcoin on Binance. You can even click the pair and actually go right to the exchange. All in all, I know it's annoying to have a bunch of, exchanges, so to speak, but you'll find preference, and I think it's worth the headache since we're early in this market overall. I'm not going to complain because the barrier to entry now might be high, but when everybody can get it, when grandma can get everything on Coinbase, those prices are already going to be parabolic by that time. So all in all, like I was showing at the beginning of this video, we can do a VeChain too and kind of compare it, but just showing you like even ADA just as a guide. And I love how it looks right here. Would love nothing more for this to be very similar, at least with these types of moves, so right there, and right there. And it does not mean by any means that this has to be the exact same. What I'd be anticipating is some type of rhyme. Like even this, it's not the same type of cup. It's not the same type of parabolic move. It doesn't mean XRP goes to $11 right now. I'm just showing different trends and looking at the RSI and trying to gauge when we can in fact pop. See how this RSI came right there? We're watching this RSI. So watch this side of the screen right here. See how we're kind of shooting up right there? Right here. And we ideally would want that bullish continuation. So you can plot fibs, you can do whatever you want, and we'll do VeChain as well. And then lastly, I'll just kind of throw this on one more time, just so for anybody new. And then we'll do ADA. Remember, ADA already blasted right through those levels. So we can kind of do the 236 and move it up. And of course, it's right in this trend, rejecting the 4.236 a few times. So I know, some analysts are projecting $3 to $5. I've seen it with the fibs as well. Would not surprise me one bit. Okay, so I don't know what other people do, but overall, I would just do, basic fibs. We'll go to like a weekly or something. And we can do VeChain as well if you guys want. But all in all, let's even go from like. So I'm just using this bottom, and I'm going to use this top. And notice it's already blasted through, so let's actually put the 236 on the top now. Okay, so 236, relatively speaking, a little sloppy. See how we're just hitting the 3618 now, rejecting that. These fibs are just helpful to gauge periods of consolidation and, impulse levels. In the previous all-time high for Cardano was like $1.33. I'm talking, during the bull run in 2018. And so notice, because there's no price history, all-time high for Cardano was like $1.33 on the highest exchange, swing high, swing low, and now we're all the way coming up. So could we get to the 1618, the 2? Well, Ethereum is already kind of en route up there, based off of the monthly closure, so it makes you wonder. It really does. And I know nothing's guaranteed. Yes, the bull run could come to an end quickly, like always, but overall, I'm bullish. I think a lot of these alts can still reach a lot of other levels. So the higher that VeChain goes, the higher that ADA goes, the more bullish I am overall. So this was the November high. Let's see how we're at. Yeah, VeChain's just in another league. You see that yet again, guys? 236 is the top. Swing low. I know it's a little sloppy. Gonna make that a little cleaner. Okay, so high for the 236, hit, and then kind of broke through, finally retested and kept moving. And I mean, it's applying with the 236 the whole time. You see how it's almost like a trend? And then, where are we? Whoa, we wicked right to the 4.236. Imagine that. Fibs do not lie on these macro time frames, okay? And so now we can kind of compare this to this and almost see, the confluences, the similarities. And does it look like XRP is almost like around here? Hypothetically, that would be awesome. And of course, it correspond with, who knows, settlements or Flare networks going live, adding more demand to, minting all the FXRP. So we will see. Let's see. Sorry, guys, if I'm ranting. I'm so bad at live streams. I always just talk too much. Let me get a sip of coffee. Ronnie, take a handful of mushrooms. Yeah, expect the best, prepare for the worst. Yep, thanks, Don. Appreciate it, man. Let's see. Lola, does it always end in a bear market, or is this time different? Well, for me, I've always thought that, and if I had that mentality, like even when I was buying still the top in like 2018, thinking XRP was never gonna go back down to $1 again, I would have been wrong. So I'm just choosing to have cash on the side as well. Trying to grow the trading bag. I have my long-term cryptos I just refuse to touch because I'm stubborn. I'm just going to let them sit and let them ride, and try to just capitalize in between. So during the bear market, like everybody says, that's when I'll focus on staking or trying to run nodes for a few networks and getting passive income and lending with, Flare networks and DeFi or using Nexo. I can do that later. Right now, I'm just trying to, accumulate and properly trade, at least with the short-term bag. But remember, guys, imagine if you were trading VeChain in and out, and I've made the same mistake, everybody does. Sometimes it is better for certain assets to just hold them. Sometimes it really is. Just overall, the performance is just astounding. Let's just look at the percent really quick. We'll go to the bottom of that candle. 8,000% from March 2020 in a single year. That's over 80x. It's powerful stuff. I do like how this looks, don't you guys? Let's remove this fib. That was just kind of by accident, but I do like how it looks. So you see how this is a December 2020 fractal, and this is actually all the way back in 2019. Do you see how these patterns duplicate? Isn't this crazy? Look at this. Hopefully you guys can see it. So look at this. This is December 2020. This is 2019, or Feb 2020, excuse me. Okay, we have this move. We have this move. This period is July 2020. This was literally February 2021 of this year. And now we're up here. I mean, it does look like we're in this period, correct? Breaking off, even went below some of the EMAs. I'm just saying this aligns. It doesn't have to rhyme, or it doesn't have to repeat, but I do think it rhymes, and I do think XRP gets well above $2 sooner than later. Question is, I wish I could tell you, do we retest $1.80 again as one, shakeout before going? I'm not sure. Ideally, I am bullish though. I'm not going to be selling low. So hopefully that was helpful, guys. I hope people are sticking around for this right now. Oh, never mind. I thought we only had like 100 viewers. We have 1,000 viewers. Awesome. All right, Luca, XRP 3 to 4 digits. Is it possible? Absolutely. Why not? We've never been here before, uncharted territory, but I don't want to be on YouTube and saying that like $100 or $10,000 for XRP is going to happen. I want to stick to what I can actually see. I want to stick to historical analysis. We'll cross the bridge when we get there. So yeah, I'm holding a portion of XRP for life because, I mean, just in case those figures are reached, why not? Cornelius, my guess is 30 to 40 bucks by end of year. Would love nothing more than that. Yeah, Matic and Polygon and stuff. Yep, I missed that. Coulda, woulda, shoulda. Check out CHZ. I've heard of CHZ. I think I've looked at the chart. And then B-Pro. I think is CH. I'm gonna butcher the name, but I'm pretty sure I have it or I've looked at it at least. But anyways, I love this setup. Look at this, guys. We'll see if this happens, and we'll see if I remember to refer back to it, depending on where we're at. But I think we keep riding. I think we keep moving. Okay, CHC. We'll look at that one really quick, and then we'll see if I have anything else to rant about. Yeah, so overall, oops. You see how we have with these assets when they just take off? You got this cup, you got the handle, it shoots, and then look, so I'll zoom in a little bit. So the cup and handle is always very bullish, specifically in a bull run, go figure. We have the cup, we have this handle forming, and then what happened? We actually had this little back test right there, touching the handle and then shooting. And then, when we're in that period again, what do? Consolidate and get that next leg up. Consolidate, get the next leg up. So I like looking at this chart. It is a little similar, notice, for this type of cup and handle pattern as well. So I'll remove this. Even with VeChain, so you see this cup, you have the handle, it retests it and goes. So same type of movement. So that's what I'd be looking at for XRP. So, does this guy keep running? I'm not sure if you're interested in, holding this asset for targets. All in all, when, for me at least, because everyone has different skill sets, an asset that's up over 3,000% since January is not something I'm going to go heavy into. Does it keep going? Maybe. But I'm going to stick with what I know and what I can comfortably read. So unless this is like the next theta or maybe even better, I think I kind of missed it. So I'm going to focus on tangible returns for what I can at least see. So I hope you make a killing with it. Could we be forming this, pennant, this flag, however you want to say it or see it with the triangle? Possibly. And I'm not going to rule it out. Sometimes my stubbornness has made me miss a lot of opportunities. But it's also made sure that I remain profitable and save money. So, remember, with even the pivots, guys, this is just a way to plot fib, just the Fibonacci. So right here for you, let's see, Jacob Smith. So these pivots, P, R1, R2, R3, they're literally just like the ratio plotted, so it kind of helps you gauge. And sometimes they have confluence. So notice the R3 corresponds to the 2. You could probably draw it over here too and see another confluence somewhere. You can kind of gauge that. Maybe it's off the candle body, but nonetheless, the R3 would show $1.40 in a bullish case, which I would love that. But yeah, I'm not good at buying assets after they've done a 30x plus in a year, so not my style. But I wish it well. And then what's the other one you wanted me to look at? B-Pro. This guy's on KuCoin. Okay, so I like this. I can kind of see this clearly. I've seen a lot of assets do this, believe it or not. And each asset moves in its own way, guys. I hope you know, like, when I'm showing you a comparison, it doesn't mean that they have to do that, like, verbatim, word for word, exactly. It's really just a way to kind of gauge and explore it. So let's see, we got Origin Protocol. So Origin was like clockwork. We had this cup, double bottom, golden cross, boom, retested, scared people out, and then we went to like $2-3. Yeah, $3 from 20 cents. So this is one that we were in early. Combination of luck, but also reading the white paper and understanding it was going to be a DeFi gem because it's locked up for staking. So, luck is just when preparation, preparation and something meet. So let's do a week. So yeah, I can't really read this one valuably. Does it keep moving in a bull run? Potentially. But I'm trying to buy assets that are around this level, or around this level. And this guy's already kind of moved pretty well. Unless he's a new up-and-coming asset. But another one that's up like 4,000%. I won't be going after it, even if it does go up like another, 1,000%. I just, can't confidently read it that well. Market cap's pretty small. Volume, yeah. Let's see some exchanges. At least it's on KuCoin, but yeah, I don't know. I can't really give anything valuable. I could throw some fibs. Yeah, the RSI moves up, actually. Again, we could get another big push, because I do like this, the flag that it's forming. Actually, you might be good. You might do well with this one. You might actually do well with this one. We'll see how it reacts, because the stock is kind of running down, and then we can see a little downtrend, so I'd be nervous, but we have seen other assets. We even saw XRP in the same exact pattern shoot up and kind of reach, previous levels, so we'll see. I wish it well. I'm just not comfortable snagging it, that's all. And I don't know everything by any means. I'm just another guy using data, speculating, and making trades accordingly. Yeah, 1.5 cents all the way to 17 cents. That would be insane. 1,000%. Its market cap is small enough, who knows? Maybe you just make an absolute killing. This is just not my specialty. King Solomon is good with the microcaps. Very good. Let's see. Looking for 100 XRP at end of year, assuming no surprises. Would love nothing more. XRP Q&T don't have a nice developer community or great social media marketing like VeChain and Sol. Yeah, I wish I got Solana. I don't know. I think they have a really strong developer community, personally. But I get what you're saying. But all in all, Ripple's endeavors are focused on wholesale. They, why would they care about retail investors? Why would they focus on the retail use case? That's tiny. They're looking to make a dent in the universe and focus with central banks and governments of the world. So I don't think they should really worry about that. Other assets maybe, because if they want engagement, but if you already have been here 8 years strong, have 62 million ledgers plus close successfully without a single error, I think Ripple's doing it the right way, at least in the enterprise fashion. Would you suggest a BTC XRP pairing? I don't trade with the BTC chart, but I do look at it. Not to sound blunt, but I couldn't care less what BTC does, really. I'm not worried about, I was talking to King Solomon yesterday about this. I'm not worried about accumulating more Ethereum or Bitcoin. I'm focused on just using trades to accumulate more of the tokens I'm interested in, or improving my US dollar fiat bag to, so like XRP, Bitcoin chart. So we have that golden cross forming, of course. I'd bet that we could reach these levels versus Bitcoin, at least to kind of see the number of sats if you guys are curious. All in all, yeah, I think that's really doable. Not even surprised one bit. This is on the weekly. We can do a monthly as well. And we have yet to even have that golden cross form, meaning this purple and this orange cut up. Okay, so kind of cut up and cross, and then the candles. There's a candle, there's a candle, there's a candle, and they kind of reach these previous levels. So I know that might be the ugliest strong I've ever seen, but you get what I'm saying. So really quick, so remember XRP BTC, we'll pull up something next to it just so you can look at that. Let's do, what should we do? Some might be behind though. Let's see. This will be a good one or a bad example. Okay, this is a good example. So, well, actually no, it might not be. Yeah, we don't even have the golden cross formed. Let's do ETH BTC. When in doubt, pick ETH. So this is on the monthly, and yet again, what I was just showing right there. I'm gonna go back a lot. Right there. And then check this out. And I know I just did a video on this, but I just want to show it for any newcomers. So we got ETH, BTC, and they're both on the monthly. Both very, on the monthly chart. So it is relatively viable compared to, playing on the 30-minute. And notice, we had that golden cross that I discussed. It's not like it's some crazy strong one, but it did in fact occur. So overall, trends are your friends. XRP, when it moves. So don't be surprised by some type of parabolic action up here. That's at least how I would see it. You guys can read the RSI. We haven't even pierced. So does ETH actually have another massive move against BTC dominance as Bitcoin kind of stays where it is or goes down? Plenty of upside for XRP. All in all, for a return, I'm much more bullish on XRP at this point. I've already had a couple years of doing nothing and playing around. I'm bullish on XRP. Let's see, questions. If you're what do you think about blockchain backers $10 target? Completely agree, Marcel. He's shown so many confluences. He's shown so many good reasons why it could hit there. I completely agree. I think that's a very good, even conservative estimate. And long term, who knows where this market could really go. So completely, I mean, yeah, 100%. You know, $10, and then there's other fibs showing $50 to $60, potentially $100 plus. King Solomon Alliance block chart. Hey, oh Jeff, I gotta make sure you're a mod too as well. So yo King, so check this. Let's look at Alliance block and see what I can whip up. I already showed you. So I'm actually documenting me doing some hopping and live swing trading. I'm gonna show people how fast I can 10x one of my trading bags. Is kind of a proof of concept. We'll see if people hate it or like it, but I think it'll be fun. I know there's people that could do it way faster than me, but I'm just showing them that it's possible in this bull market. So check this out. So Alliance block, we already know, you know, like you, I mean, you've literally shown me it moves like ramp with a few other assets. I'm kind of just forming this. I'm bullish on it. How could you not? We were talking about it earlier, actually. I don't know if you were here, but same thing. I can just throw some fibs and be lazy with it, frankly. We can compare other fractals and stuff, and I've been doing that, but really I'm just kind of waiting for this to get done. The most boring part of trading. So let's go back to the daily. I'm not going to play with any Elliott wave or attempt to do any of that. But all in all, I think the pivots, I mean, even the fibs, at least for this, we go, you know, to a couple bucks at least. So let's do weekly. I don't like that. We'll go back to daily. So we'll swing high with this level. Why not? We'll go to that low right there. Okay, so swing high, swing low. And we've just been playing in this little channel. We're just stuck and just kind of waiting to get that next leg up. Ideally, it doesn't take much. We don't even have like a major exchange listing for Alliance block. We understand something is this. So check this out. Volume for Alliance block. This is a good asset, but yes, it is dependent on liquidity. So we have 3 million, okay, 24-hour volume. Check this out. This is, and remember, market cap's about 100 mil. Let's look at ramp, and it's partnered, it's connected, it's backed by Binance, all this, and just like, you know, kind of Alliance block. So we're at 50 cents. We're above it now. The volume is higher. Well, why? It's because we got that Binance listing. Look at that volume. Okay, we have way more liquidity compared to just the wrapped ETH pair as well as Alliance block. So if we can get one single exchange, I think we're good to go with Alliance block. Partners are way too big to ignore. We've already talked about it. We've already shown it. And ideally, swing high, swing low. Even the 4.236 from there can show $2.50 if you guys want to be super conservative and look at all the price history that we've had. You know, $1.50. And then actually, let me just pull up a coin trader. Let's do charts.cointrader just so we can see all the price history really quick for Alliance block. So I'm going to close these off. But yeah, anyways, ADA, hopefully you guys like that one. Same thing with VeChain. I think I liked VeChains now even more. But see how we're forming this? Almost looks like Alliance block. This is ramp. Let's do ALBT. And the US dollar. All right. Price history, look at that. 17 cents, 6 cents, back in the OG days. I wish I got it that cheap. I did not at all, for this one at least. Same thing. I would literally just kind of gauge the fibs. 1, 2, 3. I'd be curious to see some people do some wave counts with this asset. But to me, I think this is bullish. You see this flag forming. Golden Cross. We've seen other assets, 1, 2. We've seen other assets get that push. I mean, come on, 100 million market cap. Come on, Alliance block could at least reach 500 million and 5x from here. And even me being conservative, that doesn't even show, you know, not really a 5x, but from current price. I think we agree. King Solomon, I know we've talked, man. We got a couple bucks in this one. we should get a couple dollars per alliance block. And I think once we get that one exchange listing, just like Eve said, we're good to go. So not a whole bunch of historical data I can really use to gauge it, but I think you agree. Top-down analysis, so we start at a monthly, weekly, daily. We'll go to the 4-hour, kind of check this out, see what we can see here. Let's actually see something if this applies. I want to see. Yeah, I'm just surprised this guy's still under $1. So, just a waiting game. I wish I could time it. All right. BTC back up to 57K. Who thinks the bull market is over? I do not at all. Remember, when markets pull back, that's when all the FUD is so much more powerful, because you see the price, and when people are preaching fear or actually, afraid, because you're allowed to be afraid, that's all good. They let it get to their head. When in doubt, zoom out. Go back to the monthly. I mean, do we see any structures that have broken? What about like Zcash and all these other even multi-billion-dollar assets that should continue to climb? So many other assets that I think should go monthly. We don't even have the golden cross for this guy. And I saw that interview they just had on Real Vision Finance. There's a lot of assets. I know some people would be like, why are you trading Zcash? There's other assets with better returns. I'm just showing you assets that have plenty of historical data, and you guys can decide for yourselves. But, pick and choose. Sometimes I don't pick the best returners. I pick assets that I fully understand and feel are regulated and already safe in an already risky and volatile market. So, let's see if there's any other questions. Starting to get tired, so probably call it a day soon. Hey Kevin, can I get your thoughts on DigiByte? So I know it has a bunch of different proof of consensus mechanisms, Dan, but I hold very little. I know it's done well, but I don't know too much to have a very valuable opinion. I know it's available on 𝘵𝘠𝘠, Uphold, a few other exchanges. Is it on Binance US now? It might be. I don't have too much thought on that. I know one of my buddies, a chart guy on Twitter, big name 𝘰𝘰𝘭𝘆 or the Joker. He's always been very, very bullish on it. Let me actually look at it though, just for you, instead of just giving my pointless opinion. Let's see, DGB. 14 cents, nice. So, man, 𝘰𝘰𝘭𝘆, he's been telling me forever. I know this is in the monthly. He was telling me we're going to 20 cents ever since we were, I'm not even kidding. He probably told me that back in November. We were at 2 cents, and I agree. And I later on saw, because I didn't see it, I later saw, or what was that actually? Let me go back. Why did I have, I'm wondering why. So notice this. Why did I have a horizontal line right around here? Oh, I think that was the previous all-time high for Digi. I think I went through last summer, and I went through assets, and I marked their all-time high with horizontal lines. Okay, I was so confused. But same thing, guys. Look at this. We'll go to a weekly so you can see it better. You have these assets coming up, forming this cup, shooting up, retesting their EMAs. Notice it's the 9 EMA, not just the 21. And now, look, we're retesting. We already broke through all-time highs, so to speak, I guess, according to what I had on Coin Paprika. But, yeah, I like what I see. RSI pierced, came back down, scared people out. RSI pierced, came back down, scared people out. And we'll see if we'll kind of retest and break through and make our way to 20 cents. So that would be awesome. And I'm not saying this lasts forever, but while the bull run's here, why not? Yeah, just breaking right through that 702, checking, boom. So now we just await for XRP to get that other blast off point. So I really like that ADA and VeChain fractal actually too. Let's see, questions. All good from Australia. What's up, Peter? I love Aussies. I haven't seen my brother in a few years, but he was out in Australia and even in New Zealand for a while. Now he's over in Germany. So all good. Coinbase relisting? Yeah, come on. Coinbase has to relist XRP at some point. Most likely after XRP gets a big pump, so then everybody else is, paying a premium. Don't see BTC doing much more than 75K. Your thoughts? Silence is golden. Yeah, I know there's a lot of bulls out there. For me, BTC top at least, I think I agree with, I've even seen blockchain backers say the same thing, showing the fibs as well. I don't see much beyond 70 to 80K, and I don't care. My concern is getting returns in these alts that are undervalued. So, you know, XRP is not at these levels. It's behind in the algorithm. So that's why I'm a lot more confident trading XRP. Let me pull up 2 examples real quick just to kind of show you what I'm talking about. We'll just go to the monthly. And let's do, I don't know, should I do band? See, I like this fractal too. A lot of these are like very bullish monthly fractals, and there's some new assets, kind of like Alliance Block that looks like this, believe it or not. What should I do? Show you ETH, and let's do something boring and super liquid so nobody accuses me of saying I'm pumping the market. Let's do Bitcoin Cash. You see how this type of pattern kind of plays out, kind of comparing them. Boom, double bottom. Oh yeah, wait, really quick, let me show you this because I've shown this before. But all in all, guys, we have the golden cross. I still think we can reach these previous levels just like it did for ETH. If we go on and create a new all-time high, awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. I love that. I did some confluences with the fibs. Watch the RSI, just like XRP. So Bitcoin Cash and XRP, I think. I hold like very little BCH, just so you guys know. I have way more XRP and I'm way more bullish on it long term, but you know, it wouldn't surprise me to see a little pop. Okay. And then also, for anybody still with me, let's do, watch this. You see the similarities here? Let's remove the RSI so it's not distracting. So just like how these little fractals exist in patterns and all things. So you have the cup, you have the double bottom rejecting, same thing with OGN, cup, double bottom rejecting. And you can play with the fibs, and this is why like the retracement levels are such a good way to gauge where targets are. So for me, I found it extremely, extremely helpful. You know, approaching that too, at least you go wick to wick. That's beautiful. This guy went all the way to the 4.236, and we were calling this when it was at 22 cents, and I was like $2.50. We got video of it, literally going over it. Never changed my bias, even when we went from 56 cents crashed to 22 cents again. I still said $2 plus $2.50 because we're just showing the 4.236. What is it doing? It's forming and sitting on E9 EMA yet again. So, you know, crazy to see those types of confluences and periods of consolidation, but it is not a coincidence, guys. This is just kind of math. It really is. All right. As XRP becomes a security, what does that mean, Scott? So, I mean, if they actually said XRP is a security on a going forward basis, which I highly, highly doubt, like I really do, probably we'd get some, you know, equity in Ripple, maybe get a payout, something like that. I would much rather hear an attorney's thoughts on that matter. But to be completely real, XRP becoming a security is not one concern of mine at all. In terms of losing money, no, we're not. I would not, personally, I'm not going to say we, but I don't think I'd be losing $1. I'd be fine. Then you would just own equity. It's all good and great. But yes, XRP, even by the old, 40-year, 50-year, 70-year-old Howey test, doesn't mean anything. This is a new asset class that is going to swallow all others. And it is nothing like a security. It does not fulfill the parameters. There's too many other things and too many caveats that essentially disqualify it from becoming a security. So Stuart Alderati, he is general counsel for Ripple. He's the big boy attorney, like legit as it gets in the corporate space. And I'm sure you guys have heard his interviews, even on the Ripple drops that Ripple uploaded back in, was it December maybe or January? Whenever people were terrified of XRP price. He went on to say, yeah, in the future, there's going to be payment tokens, utility tokens, and security tokens, and potentially even hybrids of those in the future. ETH, to me, I think ETH is obviously a utility token. Gas fees, anything in between, powers networks, now going to be going to staking, etc. To me, XRP, at least for its use case today, is more so. I mean, it could be a utility token too, for some use cases. But for me, XRP is a payment token. And then there's going to be other assets that are specifically security tokens for enterprises or for performance of some underlying, you know, asset as well. So I'm not worried about it one bit, just because of the research and things I've seen. Let's see. TJ Cutter, love your content, man. Keep it up. Thank you. Thank you. You want me to look at Apple? Let's see. Do I even have it? Oh, maybe I'm sorry, you're talking about Apollo currency. Sorry, I'm getting a little slow. Actually, I'm just looking at Apple. Whew, look at that uptrend. You guys remember when Warren Buffett announced last year that he bought a bunch of Bank of America stock? When did he announce it? I think it was like around here. Sitting pretty now. Okay. Let's see if this is APL really quick. I might have to go to this guy. APL. So if it's not on TradingView, it's usually on charts.cointrader.pro. They just pull it right from CoinMarketCap for anybody curious. Same thing. Let's see how this guy's performed. Has he really skyrocketed? I don't know enough about this asset currently. I used to look at it, just full disclosure. But if I don't know it well, I'm not gonna, preach and advocate and say like go all in on an asset. Volume's decent. Better than I expected. 100 mil market cap. I just want more exchanges. I've gone over this one before. I think a couple weeks ago on Patreon. I just want more exchange listings for sure to ensure proper liquidity as well. That's one crazy wick. What the heck? That's crazy. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I can give you really anything valuable for this one. Just awaiting. It's just on the daily. See how the week performed. Yeah, I don't know. When these assets go parabolic like this, I'm trying to focus on the assets that are down here before they break out. Could he keep running? Yeah, I hope so. But I am not gonna be buying it. And then GSX. I feel like I've seen that one before. Maybe GSX. Some of the newer guys, I couldn't tell you. I would leave that to some other people that are really good in the community. If it's not on CoinMarketCap, you can look on like CoinGecko and stuff. But I stick to my small circle of competence, guys. I don't know everything, but I just try to know a lot about a little, just like anybody. Jeff Hardy, remember these are still the spec runs and prices. Just wait for adoption. Exactly, and that's why. Like, truly. And again, TJ, thank you for the 5 spot. But that's truly why utility is going to create that ground floor. So like for XRP, let's kind of go back to it. Let's see. Yeah, look at those markings. We'll go 5-year-old with a crayon. Let's see. Okay, so XRP. We know we've been in this price range forever. Actually, let's do 𝘰𝘭𝘧𝘰𝘭𝘭 or something. I like 𝘰𝘭𝘧𝘰𝘭𝘭 just because it shows the old price history when we were under a penny back in the day. So notice, I mean, overall, you have kind of ground floors, it seems like, with back tests. It's like that. You see how we're kind of creating a new level of support right there? Hit, rejected, rejected, cup and handle. And this is the same type of fractals I've shown with OGN and Ethereum. So cup and handle, reject, reject, kind of have a handle and shooting up, correct? Well, ideally, this might be the new ground floor. And now maybe as we consolidate and get even stronger and stronger and stronger, this will be the new ground floor, or we could say 75 cents or 80 cents, like, around this level. And that would be amazing. So now we even kind of retested over here. See how the ground floor is kind of growing. Maybe it's just price demand. Is it, multiplier effects because, everyday people are buying and holding? Potentially. But what happens is when utility starts driving this market, we go to look at the actual XRP ledger trade volume. This ground floor is going to push and start pushing up, pushing up, pushing up. And then the new ground floor is going to be $2. And then as XRP's liquidity increases, it becomes more liquid, starts being able to process more transactions, send higher transactions, and RippleNet users like it even more because it's saving them more money the higher the price is of XRP because they can send more money, if that makes sense. There's less volatility. The spreads are minuscule. Then all of a sudden that $2 price, the price bottom or whatever, it becomes, as soon as I can click it, I don't even know how to use this. Okay. Then it starts becoming $5, and that's the new bottom. Now, does that happen in a few months? Does it happen a few years from now? I couldn't tell you, but ideally, this is what you're betting on with utility. Then the new price floor becomes $10, $50, etc. So it becomes very powerful and very exciting. All right. When in doubt, zoom out. I'm just focused on this super macro potential, because if you study the market, anybody that bought XRP or even Ethereum in 2015, 2016, were they profitable if they held? Yes. And some people sold way too early. Yet again. So that's why I'm just holding the portion for life is a personal choice. All right. Let's see what else there is. Will Zcash pass its all-time high during this bull run? I sure hope so, Dominic. I'm more comfortable taking it as I, go there and kind of follow the developments and watch it slowly and surely. But very possible. Let's see. Atari coin. I have not. Nope. Sleeper NFT. I'll have to look in that one, James. So thank you. I'll have to look into that one. Yeah, 𝘬𝘓𝘠 sent, and it's done some nice returns. Let me pull that guy up real quick. Notice swing high, swing low, went right to the 4.236, kind of sitting in that period, so I like it. And then all in all, same thing, cup, shot, consolidated, shot, consolidated. So we'll see if we can kind of get that next leg up. May 2018 prices. And then you see this is what I'm talking about. See how we already have the golden cross forming? It's already shooting through and we're kind of reaching those new levels. That's what I foresee for XRP, Bitcoin Cash, Zcash, a lot of the assets behind in the algorithm. So I think it's highly likely that our assets continue to that next level. Okay, so notice we wicked and rejected. We focus out, and zoom out and just wait. I think 𝘬𝘓 just keeps moving. So a lot of these assets do. So what you have to do, see RSI starting the pierce, but not quite yet. And we showed Ethereum. It's a waiting game. It really is. You don't have to be smarter than people, but you can be more patient. And that's how you make more money. Patience pays. What are the chances for settlement? I think very, very high. I hope it happens sooner than later. I'm sick of them dragging this out already. Let's see. LJN, you staking, what are you using? Like Atomic Wallet? I'm not sure if you're asking me. Which asset? Because every, different wallets can stake different assets. So it depends on what asset you're asking about staking. Let's see. Make sure you use CoinMarketCap and CoinGecko. Sometimes there are disconnects and the price is not correct. Yeah, King Solomon's spot on, and even King Solomon's a bit advocate. So if you find some ERC20 token, we're just going to do ramp for easy example. Remember, go to CoinMarketCap, confirm that actual contract address, and then if you go to CoinGecko, do the same thing. Make sure they're the same contact address. So I know he showed me that. A lot of people, it's very, very important to make sure that that's the right thing, especially if you're adding it to MetaMask, your ERC20 wallet. Good old days, Tony. Let's see. The new Unizen ZCX fixes all the exchange con. Oh, cool. Roy, I will have to check that out. ZCX, so Unizen Exchange. When do I believe XRP will reach $10? Hopefully sooner than later. It really doesn't matter what I believe. I thought XRP was going to be at all-time high by, end of year last year. And we were at 20 cents, and now we're at like $2 or $1.50. So it happens when it happens. It is just a waiting game, and I will wait. Algo looking good, yeah. Algo, ADA, all these guys sitting around, $1.20, $1.50, just waiting for that next leg up. You think if XRP gets above 2.75, so $2.75 USD this weekend, we can hopefully continue from there without some kind of drawback. I personally always believe in drawbacks or pullbacks or retests. I think they're natural and they're healthy. So like even any asset that's gone parabolic, instead of looking on the monthly, let's do like daily. Every leg up is nice. Notice. Get my brush. So I mean, look, shot up, came down, shot up, came down, shot up, came down, shot up, came down, shot up, came down. If we shoot up a lot, you're gonna come down a little bit more. It's all just natural. I mean, it's a back test of this level, however you want to read it, tomato, tomato, but they're natural. You don't want any asset, going straight up, because the probability of it doing a hard crash is a lot harder, and I'd rather build slow and steady levels of support and liquidity as well. You want strength in those order books. You don't want it to just become super fragile. You want a concrete or strong foundation and not a glass foundation, so to speak. What's your favorite exchange? I mean, it's biased, but links are in the video description. I primarily just use 𝘓𝘓𝘓𝘓 as my OTC broker because I don't want to have like big money sitting on exchanges, and I just shoot them a message whenever I want to do a trade. And if I want them to send it to my cold storage wallet, I will. And it's completely free to use, just like Coinbase. They just take a little trading fee, a couple % fee in every trade. And while I like 𝘓𝘓𝘓𝘓 compared to other exchanges, no offense to other exchanges, but for me it's automated and I can do direct trades. So if I wanted to go with high liquidity, like big purchases, and not worry about, waiting all day to fulfill an order, I could literally do, XRP, convert it into AVAX like that. So I prefer it. And the better you do and the bigger your bags get, it's just way more convenient for me. Yeah, look at this cup and handle. You can't even make this up. This is perfect. Perfect. And let me kind of just show you guys what I mean. Cup and handle pattern really quick, because I know everybody has all their patterns and all that. But when I say like cup and handle pattern, I typically mean something like this. So notice you got the cup, you have the handle. Sometimes it'll even backtest or whatever in this type of, channel, and then it breaks up. And so in this bull run, we are seeing so many examples of this. I know people goof around and call them cappuccinos and, coffee or whatever, but we're seeing a lot of this. And this isn't just on like a 30-minute chart. These are on monthly time frames, which makes it even more bullish and realistic for me with a lot of these assets. You see what I mean? Up, handle, and of course it might not be as much of a descending channel. Depends how you read it, because there's so many little if and then rules. But you see how we have that? And this little descending channel, or whatever you want to call it, and then kind of break out. Then we retested right there. We shot. So there's so many ways to read it, guys. You just got to find your own style. Nobody has all the answers. There's no true perfect trader or investor. But that's why we're all active now during the bull run, because it's important. It's a lot easier than the bear market. Bear market, yeah, I can get 20% in a month, but now you're potentially getting 100% or 400% in a month. So I'm trying to take advantage of that as much as possible. Be proactive. All right, VeChain, please. Yep, we've gone over that one. Dwight, Digibyte, yep, gone over that one. Fabio, thank you so much for the 7. Okay, long term, how high do you think DAG will go? So targets for DAG constellation for me, and keep in mind they might not be moon boyish because they're still conservative, because I stick with what I know. For DAG, I personally see 17 cents, 34 cents, 70 cents, and honestly, like $1. It's still, I think DAG deserves to be $1 billion asset at some point. I easily think it can reach $1. I really do. When you're looking at the competition that's done that so much more, why not? I think it's laughable that it's not. And there's not any major exchange listings besides KuCoin, really. And I think a Binance listing is on the way. 100 million market cap. Come on. There's garbage projects that have $1 billion market cap. And this guy's literally working with the Department of Defense. He's part of 𝘱𝘍𝘐. I'm not sleeping on this one. So I'm biased. I hold a lot of DAG, full disclosure, and I have high hopes. I'm still not happy with their 24-hour volume, but it just goes to show that this guy can move when it finally does. Okay? And compared to other assets, I mean, he hasn't gone up as much as every other asset. Like, yeah, big deal, 6x, 8x, whatever. There's assets that are already up 30x and people are buying that. No. That's not my style. This is something that I think will survive in the utility-based market in the future. So just my choice. Same thing with XRP, same thing with like API3, all those other assets that sometimes I, retweet on Twitter. I hold a lot of assets. I'm not married to anything, guys, but I do love XRP. All right, let me see if there's anything else. I gotta go to the bathroom. I gotta pee. I've been drinking coffee so much. So let's see. I'm gonna finish up, guys, soon. Sorry, guys. I'll do another live stream soon if you guys like this one. Hopefully, if there's a lot of likes and stuff and good feedback, I'll absolutely do another one in the future. Can you go over AMP? Thoughts on EQ? Long-term price for DAG, thank you. And then James started watching last year. Thank you for all your insight. Appreciate you, sir. Really do. Make sure you're a mod as well. And Fabio, make you a mod. If there's anyone else, let's see, Adam. Make you a mod, thank you. Hi Kevin, you're one of the best researchers in the space. Love your content, thanks for all you do. Hope you have a great weekend. Thanks, Adam. You too, man. And I, straight up, guys, I appreciate everybody. Whether just community members, researchers, YouTubers, traders, it's all good. It truly is. I don't even like to pick someone out and say, hey, they're my favorite YouTuber, because that just creates competition and stuff. And I couldn't care less. Literally here to make life-changing gains, just like you guys, for your family. And I have high hopes, so. I don't care about the popularity contest. It's all just fake, and I think all the real people, all the successful people don't care about it either. So, just another work in progress. I'm far from perfect, but I do have high hopes for this market, and I do mean everything I say. I really do. Use an empty bottle. I have a blender bottle next to me right now. All right. I think we are good, guys. XRP lifestyle. Thanks, man. Cool. Well, I didn't mean to pin that. My bad. Now that makes me look like a narcissist. I meant to make you a moderator. How do I unpin? There. Okay. But appreciate you guys. I'm gonna go pee. I hope you have a great Friday. Maybe I'll be back and get a bottle of wine next time for the live stream, or maybe just call King Solomon or somebody. We'll do a Zoom call and talk life, talk crypto for anybody that finds it helpful or entertaining. It's all good. Hope you have a phenomenal weekend. And when in doubt, zoom out. Don't, focus on the small stuff. It's all small stuff. And we just wait for targets to be hit. If you are trading with leverage, please be careful. Again, I don't say be careful because I'm afraid to do it. It's just because it's a dangerous game. When you hold an asset and you believe that it's going to reach these high prices, $10, $50, whatever, in the future, you know, I just am not willing to gamble it away, especially with leverage where you can lose your initial investment. That's terrifying to me. So I'd play the slow and steady game. I think the smartest people are those that just dollar cost average along the way. And, you know, and I envy the people that are smart enough to have the maturity to, you know, buy, set, forget. And I can do that with some assets. I've done it with QNT and XRP, but man, with some other assets, when it's new and exciting, it's so hard. So we'll see. I mean, you can draw trend lines or whatever you want in channels, but we'll see how we do and retest those levels. Man, I would love to finally tap that. And just another day waiting, guys. I want that RSI on the daily to pop and pierce through. Typically, you can see how it's reacted in the past. You know, got that nice bullish continuation, got a nice little continuation, but did that pullback. So we'll see what happens. We're going to be awaiting BTC. And hopefully Elon Musk doesn't sell anymore to prove liquidity. So much love, guys. I hope you have a great weekend, and we will catch up soon.